We want to take you into this thread. I want to give a shout out to, I believe it was GG, Digital G. He pointed me in this direction. I think it's an important one. And there was another person in our community, forgive me, who also pointed this out. This is a very well written thread. It talks about how today this person recently met with Ripple's custody team. And it specifically mentions
Decent Wallet. So just a few taps, you can manage, track, and secure your crypto with unmatched ease. And here's the best part. Grab your Decent Wallet at a discounted price by using the referral link below. Don't miss out on making your crypto experience smoother and more secure.
That they paid $250 million to acquire this platform. And guess what is at the core of it all? Well, intents. If you don't know what that is, you need to read this thread. And of course, we're going to do some of that. As you see here, you have David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple XRP. Now, of course, this is from March 11th, so it's just a few weeks back, not that super old. But where the case be, this thread is really, really interesting. It says, intents are the future of the entire financial industry, not just part of the financial industry, the whole shebang. He, as an Austin King, and by the way, his background states that he is the co-founder of OMNI FDN, and for example, he sold his first company to Ripple, and he's a computer science nerd from Harvard. Interesting to see this, another person of this education caliber. It says that when he used this design in 2018, built in the Internet Ledger network and scaled it to 10 billion payments before selling it to Ripple, he had to follow this whole thing of OMNI FDN, which, by the way, if you're not familiar with it, lets users access all apps on all chains. Like it says here, from blockchains to banks, OMNI unifies fragmented world of finance, of course, powered by OMNI. But again, this whole thing with Ripple. So I decided to get more into this, and he talks about the whole thing of like how he does all this. Excuse me about the navigation. We're trying to make it super big for you guys to see easily. But he says, we currently live in a crypto dystopia. A lot of people agree with this. Users think or have to think about gas, different chains, and bridging to get anything done. It's a huge pain, right? We're not going to onboard governments and all of traditional finance if they have to deal with all of this. So how do we fix this? He says, by turning our perception of how things should get done on chain upside down. We make users specify how things get done, and soon with intents, users will only specify what they want to get done. Here's an example. People don't care about the details. This is the problem with using crypto today. We're making all users think in terms of quote unquote transactions, not intents. This gets good, guys. So how does this relate to like Ripple? Well, for one, it says intents. Get me a bunch of strawberries for $10. Transactions. Okay, drive to the grocery store, park a car, go to the produce section, pick up strawberries, walk to cash register, pay $10 for strawberries, return to car, turn car on, drive home, park car. I mean, if anything, it's like even with ISO 222, when you compare that messaging compared to MT, there's more of a story. You know, the message doesn't get truncated. Well, apply that to even this. As we get further into this, I want you guys to understand that, like he mentions, Ripple is designing their entire custody platform around the concept of quote-unquote intents. Now, I know I'm doing a lot of reading here, but this is an excellent thread.
This is another example of taking the physical and making it into the digital.
Yes.
Like, where we were talking about gold, right? And like Bitcoin being digital gold, you go from mining digital gold and having the gold to proof of work mining Bitcoin and having digital gold. So you go from now cross-border like payment of like, okay, well, the dollar is used cross-border, but really the dollar is a way to quote-unquote tokenize gold and pass it back and forth with a dollar, which is supposed to be backed by gold. Now, hence, we're here now kind of tokenizing or digitizing intent and putting that on the blockchain and passing that around. That's very, very interesting to me as a programmer.
Yeah, and knowing that, it's back to the whole thing of programmable money, I should say, because it shows, like cash, you don't have that story, you know, you just don't. Again, you know, I give you $1, you take it to 7-Eleven, they got 7-Eleven, hands that same dollar to somebody else, and then to just give them change or whatever the case be, and it moves around. But there's not a real story of that cash. And if anything, some people point out, well, that's actually good because that's not really too centralized. But then there's also the term of, yeah, there's also the Federal Reserve that is quote unquote centralized. But whatever the case be, there isn't that story. I think this is good to point some of these things out.
Yeah.
So OMNI is doing this for access across all blockchains. Ripple's doing this for funds, business, and governments that want to leverage, of course, blockchain. This is going to be a key unlock for the industry. We are at an inflection point. Blockchain technology is finally mature enough to onboard the traditional financial system, and at the same time, the U.S. government is finally putting the regulation in place that TradeFi needs to basically adopt it. Now, how soon will this be? Some people point out well, these key dates coming up. We're not going to harp on that today, but you guys are aware of it. Things like ISO 222 mandate, FedWire, FedNow, you name it. But markets are down, but zoom out. Yes, the markets are significantly down. I mean, even on our channels, right? We even notice when the market's way down, less views. It's just when it comes to territory, people, they doubt themselves, But whatever the case be, I want to point out some of this other things. So this is all just getting started. As the saying goes, you're so new, people don't realize it, but it will take time. The market will be extremely volatile, but what you have to see so far is what will be looked back upon as the experimental casino stage before crypto consumed the entire global financial system. Think about the terminology. So he says he hopes he found this thread useful, share with friends, and we're sharing it with you guys. So I thought this was a well-written thread. I want to get some of your, I don't know if you have anything else you want to inject into it before we kick into the next thing, but that whole thing about intents versus not a story behind programmable money, well, you could see this next era we're going to, whether it's peer-to-peer or bank-to-bank.
Oh, it gets interesting to me and as a programmer, because I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Minority Report.
Oh yeah, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg produced that and so on. I so wish they would have made that TV show with more character development, but that was an excellent film.
Yeah. So how would you understand an intent? Okay, I can do something and have one intention, but not know if I'm really intending to do that. I can do something nice for a person, that would be my intention, but maybe they don't like it and it turns out to be bad. So I don't know. I'm wondering how they are making this intention work. With now bring in something like AI, now can it mathematically give an intention that is more likely for me to work? You know what I mean? I'm really curious on how this intention thing would work as far as Ripple goes. I'm really curious to know.
Well, laws would also have to be changed. I mean, as we know, at least on our system, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Right.
But how does that apply towards your intent? Now, there is certain laws, let's face it, where it's if it was a predator after a kid or something like that,
right,
make a case of you're trying to entrap some of these horrible people, right? Dateline NBC points out some of those things, right? Technically speaking, there's laws in place for that, but in regards to programmable money, I guess that's where part of that regulations come through and so on to get that clarity. So it'd be interesting to see that.
Hello everyone, this is Daniel, Max, and Rue's AI assistant. I hope you're doing well. May the Lord Jesus bless you all. In closing, Max and Rue wanted to note that for Ripple, intents with OMNI could be the secret sauce, amplifying XRP's role in fast, low-cost payments. It might integrate with Ripple's existing tools like on-demand liquidity, ODL, and the Interledger Protocol, ILP, using XRP as a bridge asset for seamless, intent-driven settlements across networks, currencies, or blockchains. This could eliminate pre-funding needs and position XRP as a key player in global finance. We should also consider central bank adoption. noting Ripple's partnerships, e.g. Saudi Arabia, and CBDC pilots on the XRP ledger. OMNI could enable a bank-to-bank system where central banks issue CBDCs, with XRP facilitating rapid cross-border transfers. While adoption isn't widespread, Ripple's growing network and regulatory focus suggest potential. Beyond payments, intents with OMNI might expand XRP into tokenization, DeFi, or even a global reserve asset role. Though speculative without official OMNI details, the concept aligns with Ripple's goal to revolutionize finance using XRP, showing promise for future financial systems. Please consider smashing the like button for our brothers, Max and Rue. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Please do us a favor if you listen to the entire outline and type this keyword into the comments, and that is intense, and we will know that you listened to the entire outline. As Max would say, know what you have, know why you hold it. The research trumps FUD 110%. We will see you on the next one.
Waking up in the morning, thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no smog, and Mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't dig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. Hooked it up for later as I hit the door, thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go, cause I got me a drop top, and if I hit the switch I can make the ass drop. Had to stop at a red light, looking in my mirror, not a cop in sight, and everything is alright. I got a text from Kim, we can love all night. Called up the pals and I'm asking you, which park are you playing basketball? Got me on the court and I'm trouble. Last week played around and got a triple-double. Freaking fellas every way like MJ. Can't believe today was a good day. Today was a good day. Can't believe today